What was the attraction here? How much did Mike McCarthy's offense play into it, and just getting to play with DK, not a big, tall receiver, big play guy?
Absolutely, yeah. So when I knew that this was a possibility, like I was really pumped for it, and when I got the chance to talk to Coach Mike and everything that he said, and the way that he plans on using me and this, and that. I mean, I just got fired up, and I was really just making a push to like try to get here. So.
Like Tim Benz from Trib Live, when you said right there that when you talked to Mike about how he was planning on using you, what was that message? How was he planning to use you as, to work with DK?
Yeah, so I don't want to give up his like secret sauce, but it was very positive and diversifying the things that I can do, because obviously like in Indy, like I played a certain role there, like you were asked to play a certain role, like you got to do it. So just getting back to where I have more of a diverse route tree and like stuff like that.
You'd like to diversify?
Oh yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
going to help us all out, and that's
Yeah.
bring the music down. So,
Absolutely.
Give me a second.
Mike pursued at WDV. You've obviously got.
He just said he's going to turn the music down, and then he wants to.
I mean, I can hear you. So.
I can hear you fine.
Yeah.
You're obviously a physical guy. Can you talk about the role of physicality as you perceive it in being a wide receiver, and how that shows up in your game?
Yeah, I mean, just like being like that guy, like who catches passes, but also blocks his, like just like blocks like his like tail off. So, and that opens up like extra yards, because maybe instead of a 5-yard run play, it turns into a 30-yard run play, or turns into a explosive run, and then that sets up the pass game, and just just like showing like my like teammates that like I'm not here to just catch the ball, and that I'm willing to do all of that dirty work too.
And how about on the combat catch end of it?
Oh, like or like just like you talking about like all the contested catches and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean like just like that's just comes with me just trying to show the quarterback that that he throws it, that like I'll catch it like no matter what, and like being able to fight for that football, and like I feel like that just gives the quarterback confidence to throw you the ball, and more targets lead to more yards, and more yards hopefully leads to more wins. So.
Where I was going with the previous question about the diversification of the pass tree, we left off before. Was that a result of sort of a diluted amount of opportunities you were getting because of how much Alec was getting targeted, or what would you like to see more of here?
Yeah, no, I mean, back in my role there, I mean, like we all had very specific roles, whether it was me, Tyler Warren, Josh Downs, like Alec. We all kind of played our tight to our roles, and mine was mine because that's what was decided, and being like a member of a team, like like I had to embrace that, and I feel like I did the best with that. And then just getting back to diversifying, just showing everything like that I can do. I feel like I really showed that my first like 3 years, and then it just kind of got like narrowed down to certain things, but just being able to show that I can still do the same things that I was doing years 1 through 3, 1 through 4. So.
Michael, Kevin Cameron, Pittsburgh's ESPN Radio. You mentioned the quarterback. Talk about the opportunity to play with Aaron Rodgers if he were to come back.
Absolutely. I mean, whenever you have a chance to play with a Hall of Fame quarterback, I mean, like just like you always take that. So like I know Aaron previous to this, and I actually haven't been able to reach out to him yet. Like I know that he's still thinking about it, but we also have 2 really good quarterbacks here in Mason and Will. So whatever ends up turning out, like I think we'll have a good plan offensively, and we will make the most out of it.
Michael, when you were coming out, did they show interest in you when you were coming out of school?
Yeah, so Mike did.
Right.
So but during 2020 like was COVID, so there was no visits, there was no pro day,
Mike DeFabo from The Athletic. You posted on Instagram that you were looking for somebody to watch your farm.
Yeah.
Now that you moved, Can you tell us a little bit about your farm, how you got into that?
Yeah. So
Can someone take care of it?
yeah, so my wife has always had horses, and I've always been into like the outdoors and stuff. So we kind of just combined the two, and we have a 43-acre farm, and we have a 100-acre farm that's like separate. We have horses, cows, chickens, goats, dogs. We have a peacock named Perry. We had turkeys. Yeah, so we have a lot of fun out there, and so we're looking for somebody to watch all the animals and take care of the farm and maintain the grass and the roads and stuff like that. So
Mike, to follow up on Mike's question, you had said Mike was interested in you. Which Mike were we talking about? Mike McCarthy? Or
yes, Mike. Sorry, like I'm up here like stuttering. So for those of you that don't know, like I stutter a lot. So it's not because I'm nervous. It's just a thing that I've done like since I was a kid. I've actually worked with the NSA on it, the National Stuttering Association. So like there's like my plug like for them. But yeah, so your answer to that is Mike McCarthy. So
Michael, how hands-on are you at your farm?
I do a lot of it, but my father-in-law actually does probably 80% of the work, and like I used to, but then he stepped in, and it's something that he really likes to do because he's retired now, and he's always loved horses and cows and like just being out there. So my father-in-law really takes care of our farm, but definitely need help. Like now, like that, I'm not going to be there.
Mike Carter, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Can you talk about your journey to work on your stutter? Casey Concepcion, I think brought out to a lot of people about his stutter when he was at the NFL Combine and the bravery it takes to work through something like that.
Yeah, no, like it was definitely tough, especially as a young kid where like there were moments that I like, wouldn't even talk and like just like I would just like point at stuff because I just couldn't get words out. And through speech therapy and lots of other things, like football has forced me to like speak and like do things that I used to try to like avoid. Like I like would never ever have been able to speak in front of people like this, like if it wasn't like for football forcing me into those situations. So like it really just takes time, and you kind of grow out of it a little bit, and like there's just like a lot of challenges like coming up because people who don't necessarily know about like stuttering and like about how it like affects people, like like sometimes like you think people think that you're dumb or you're unintelligent or like something like that, and it makes you kind of afraid of like situations like this.
Mike, when did you, oh, go ahead, sorry.
I'm sorry, did you have a reaction to when Casey Concepcion was at the Combine?
Oh, yeah.
And how he talked about it afterwards?
Absolutely. I mean, like I thought that was awesome that he would share that because like because like at least me like I didn't know that he also stuttered, and so like it's just good to like show kids because like I just like just like when I was a young kid and I felt like I couldn't speak like in class, I couldn't read, I couldn't speak, and I would be deathly afraid for like popcorn reading and stuff like that, and like just knowing, like just showing kids that you can get through that and you're going to grow through it, and everything is going to get better, and like just to keep on working on it.
Michael, when did you start to feel that you could stand up? You talked about standing up and talking in front of a crowd. I mean, like
Yeah.
high school, grade school, college?
I still don't think I can, but yeah, but I'm forced into these things, and like it comes with like football and doing like the things that we do like as players. So I'm still like getting better. Sometimes I'll come up here like and I won't stutter, and other times I'll couldn't get a word out. So this is like a middle of the road time for me, right?
When you were in Indy, you were selected as the Good Guy Award, which goes to the guy who's most cooperative and well spoken with the media. What does it mean for you to achieve something like that? I assume it represents a significant step in this milestone, in this journey.
Absolutely. I mean, like I just want to give people like the time of day. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's job is hard, and like just trying to help like you guys out and give you guys the time of day and help out the fans too to get the inside stuff. And yeah, like I mean, like I'm still working on it, and I'll always be. So just keep on working towards the goal of smooth speech, I guess, if it's possible for me.
Mike, Brooke Pryor with ESPN. It looked like also on Instagram that you were in Uganda recently.
Mhm.
Is that where you were when you found out about the trade?
Yes, yeah. So I was in Uganda, and it cut my trip short. I was doing kind of a sightseeing trip, fishing trip with my brother, and we actually ended the trip about 6 days early. But I thought that it was important to get back, like as much fun as we had, but like I had to get back here, and to get back here, I think it was like 28 hours. I flew from Uganda to Ethiopia to Abidjan to JFK, then here.
Wow.
So
Did you have any idea then when you planned the trip that you could be on the trade block, that was a possibility?
I had no idea. I planned it probably a year and a half ago. So yeah, I mean, like I couldn't foresee this. But actually, speaking of that, so I think that I tweeted out, but it was about a month and a half ago now. It was my wife had told me that she had a dream that I was wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey, and like I kind of just like brushed it off, like I'm like, yeah, like okay, like cool, right? And then it's just kind of crazy like how it happened. And then when I started to get the feeling that it was going to be here, like I was like, that's kind of crazy. So.
Mike Riley Holsinger of Black and Gold Nation. What was your wife's reaction to finding out that her dream eventually came true?
Yeah, I mean, she just said that she was right and she can see like into the future, jokingly, of course. But yeah, so funny stuff.
Who's your wife like in the Final Four?
USC.
Michael, on that note, I mean, after you've been in the same place for 6 years and you're getting a fresh start, what have these last few days been like for you, and coming to an organization that's also having a bit of a fresh start as well with an all-new coaching staff?
I mean, like first initial thing is obviously like you're kind of sad about the people that you spent 6 years with and that you grinded with, because 6 years, I'm only 28, that's almost a quarter of my life like that I've been like with the same team. So there's obviously like a little bit of like sadness, but then after that, like there's some like excitement of coming to like a new place, like with a new with a new opportunity. And just like when I got on the phone with Mike and everything that he was saying, like it just got me like really like fired up, and I really feel like this is the right place. I'm going to do anything I can to help this team win and just learn the way that they do things here and follow suit. So.
What stuck out to you about what Mike said?
Yeah, like just like his vision, like for me, like as like a player, like in his offense and like everything that he thinks is going to happen, and that's got to be classified, that's between like me and him. So it just got me fired up, and I feel like Pittsburgh is like my style, like of football, like just really that tough, smash mouth, gritty, like I think that I just fit in perfectly here.
Because they don't have a lot of numbers when it comes to wide receiver depth, there's some things that some might address it in the draft potentially.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think your versatility allows them to be versatile in their thinking as to who they might bring in?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, like I think I can play inside, outside, I'm pretty sure that they might be looking to add somebody. So they haven't said that, but just looking at our room, like it does look a little thin, like numbers wise. So.
Michael, Mark Wally here from the McAfee Show. Considering how your father played the game, growing up, did you have any other choice but to be a physical football player?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like he never really pushed football. He never, he never like made us like work out. He never took us, well, not never took us, but like he never like forced us like into it. Like he waited for us to tell him like, hey, like we like want to go run at the park and we want to go catch passes. And I feel like that helped us grow our own love for football and like, yeah, like just watching him play and just like how tough that he was. Like there was one day that we were fishing and he dang near cut off his finger, and then he got it stitched up and was like practicing like the same day. and like his whole finger like had stitches around the whole thing, and I'm like how is that possible? As like a 6-year-old, I'm like looking at him, I'm like, this dude is like indestructible. So, and just the like grit that he played with, like I just try to follow suit like on that.
Another question about Uganda, with the time change and everything,
Mm-hmm.
what were you doing specifically when you got the call? Like, was it the middle of the night? Were you out on the boat fishing?
Yeah, so I think it was like 8 p.m. at night, and I was just sitting like in the little lounge because there's not very much internet there or phone signal, so I was sitting like in that little Wi-Fi area they have. It's probably about as big as this room. And the news broke, and then I'm getting a bunch of text message calls and everything, and it was crazy. But obviously, like when it got to a certain point, obviously the Colts had let me know and stuff like that, so it didn't really come as like a super surprise. So yeah.
Mike, Brian Batko from the Post-Gazette. Welcome to Pittsburgh.
Thank you.
You were in a situation last year with the Colts where they kind of hit on their quarterback and pushed a lot of chips in the middle at the trade deadline. Just what's it like to start over with a whole new organization that's also trying to get to that pinnacle that every team in the league wants to do? And what have you kind of learned about the ups and downs of this league through 6 seasons?
Absolutely. I mean, when I came in the league my first year, we ended up, I don't remember the record, but we went to the playoffs, and I was just like, wow, like we're like going to do this like every single year, and it's going to be fun, it's going to be easy, and I haven't been back since. So just know that it's hard. It's hard to win, and the most important position is the quarterback, and I think that we got a group of really good ones, and just like know that like every game is different, and like you got to take it one game at a time, and just keep on grinding like with like your guys, and you can't get down like during the course of a season when things don't go your way, because that's football. Like more bad than good things like usually happen like in a football season. Like you just got to get through it. So that's what I've learned so far.
You mentioned quarterbacks
Last two.
You mentioned quarterbacks the most important position. What's it like as a receiver to go to a team where there's a lot of uncertainty or some uncertainty right now at that position?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm no stranger to that. I've had a different quarterback every single year I've been in the NFL, which like I've been fortunate to have some really talented ones, and like I think that we have 2 really great ones on roster now, and then obviously Aaron is out there like still like thinking about it, with the possibility of also bringing someone else in. So I don't really know like what's going to happen, and just whoever it is, I'm going to do everything I can to make their job easier.
Hey, Mike,
said you
Ronald's
had
on
a
this from
previous
Pittsburgh Sports
relation.
Now. What stands out to you about Mike McCarthy's offense, and why do you think he's been able to have so much success for so long with it?
Absolutely. I mean, like he's just an offensive-minded coach, and he likes to spread the ball around, and he's like I don't want to say pass heavy, but that he's going to pass the ball, which obviously played a big factor because like I like to catch footballs, so. Just like everything that he like was saying and about the usage and the offense and what we're trying to do and everything that he has planned, like I was just fired up for it, and I can't I just can't wait for it, and I can't wait to actually throw on those pads and get into Acrisure Stadium. Acrisure Stadium. Sorry, like I almost said the other one. So yeah.
Last one, go ahead.
You said that you had a previous relationship with Aaron. Just what is that relationship? How did you guys get to know each other?
Yeah, so he trains down in California, and so just from training at the same spot, just like running into each other and just saying like what's up, and like yeah, like we've never thrown together. I don't think Aaron throws much like during the off season, but we'll see what happens, and if I can get him back like on or get him back out there and. Shoot him a text message and just see how he's feeling about things, and but like just knowing him, I know that he loves football, and that he's gonna consider it. So
Thanks, everybody.
thank you guys.